good afternoon, good afternoon, and welcome to this week's edition of Talk to Me Tuesday. We are going to continue in our home ownership vein, I guess it is, series. That's the word, series. Today I want to kind of switch gears. First, update. So I told you guys are going to walk with me through my journey to purchase. Just because I feel like that's what we do since we create homeowners. I want to let you guys walk through this with me as I become a homeowner. I met with the mortgage people. I filled out my application and everything for that. And I got to pay down some debt. For my debt to income because I don't want the amount that I'm approved for. I want more. So in my case, because the amount of the purchase I want, I have to pay down my debt to income so I can qualify for more. So over the next month and a half, I'll be paying off two of these loans that I have and, putting me in a position to get the loan amount that I want. So, as important as it is for having the score that you want, is for having the debt to income ratio that you want. So, because part of the numbers with getting approved for home ownership is how much house can you afford. And they do that simply based on how much your numbers look like. They have a percentage and they say you can't go above this percentage. So sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's 50, depending on the type of loan that you get. And so because I have a couple of big ticket items, um, they didn't give me the number I wanted. And the funny thing is, I hadn't planned on doing it to January, in which time these would be paid off, but it was good for me to take a better look to see, instead of me paying off one debt, paying off a different debt of a lesser amount is actually going to help me for what I want more. So that was a really cool lesson. But moving on from that, I want to talk to you a little bit about, along with home ownership, of course, is generational wealth. The purpose of me buying a house is not because I need a stable place to live. It's not for the school district. My kids are grown and in college. It's not for anything other than leaving something for my children. In case something happens to me, insurance will pay off the house and they'll have an asset that they can either build on or sell and get money for. So, generational wealth is there to provide a long term financial security and open opportunities for your children and beyond. So, my purpose in buying a house is this. A couple of really cool things that I've learned recently that I did not know. One of the things was I'm doing this little history lesson because I want to learn more about how people think and how they come up with their financial decisions that they came up with. This is one of the coolest things, and I don't know if many people know this. So, most people think when they think of generational wealth and retirement and things like that, they think of their 401k. But did you know that 401ks did not start until 1978? I literally have siblings that are older than the start of 401ks. Now, and for us business owners, the Roth IRA didn't come out until 1998. Yeah. So some of these things are even younger than me. So when you think of that in terms of age, 1998, this is 2024. That's a 26-year-old. I got a nephew older. I got a couple of nephews and nieces older than okay. Anyway, I digress. The thing about it is this: home ownership is one of the most long standing paths to creating financial freedom and the opportunity. I know we want to invest in the stock market, but it's gone up and down. And I don't have an issue with you investing in the stock market. It's just, it fluctuates. And I know we do treasury bonds and all of that stuff, and they fluctuate. Home ownership and real estate, even if the value goes down, it's still something that is tangible and can last. Businesses go out of business. So if you buy stock, I remember my daddy bought stock in, I can't remember what company it was. And at one point, he was like, I'm almost a millionaire in this. And a couple of weeks later, it crashed and it never came back. I want to say it was AOL or something. I don't even remember what company it was. I'm going to have to ask him. Maybe he'll comment on it and tell us. But it was heartbreaking when it crashed. Trust me, because I thought I was going to live a different life. And, had he cashed out, I'd have been good. But that has happened to so many people. If you get the house and keep the house, it'll last for 4, 5, 6, 7 generations. How many of y'all grew up in grandmama's paid off house or great granddaddy's paid off house? All you got to do is pay the taxes on it and you keep the house. Do improvements. It's a generational, it's a wealth building tool that you can use to launch whatever else it is that you want to do in life. The other thing that I wanted to talk about with home ownership is preparing for it, really. So I started my plan, as we talked about last week, and I worked on my credit. So my credit was good. And then the next thing is making sure that you have the money and start building your budget for this. So I think I have it queued up. Um, Let me pull it up because it was supposed to be in here. We're going to talk about this monthly budget, savings and spending plan. So I talked to y'all last week about it. Present. There we go. Boom. There it is. This is my favorite thing right here. This is the savings and spending plan. If you need help with your budgeting and preparing for home ownership or growth or even just regular living, and you need to know what your number is to know how to correct it, I have this and I am willing to share this with all of you. Just send me a message, tell me you need it. It is a savings and spending plan. Some people call it budget. I like savings and spending plan because it's so much cooler of a word. And what we do with the savings and spending plan is it looks at all of your information. So, how much you spend on wages. Let's just play with it a little bit. And it pulls in the stuff for you. 500. We want to say we do 500 in wages. Make this a little bit better. See how it shows up over there? So the budget is 500 in wages. Our mortgage is $100. I know these are unrealistic numbers. We spend 25 on gas. Boom. But you see how it automatically calculates over here? At this rate right here, I know I need at least $125 for these expenses. 24. Let's do 68. 100. And this is good for teenagers too. I did this with my daughter and she ain't like it. She ain't like it at all. See this? I'm already over by $17. That means I need to make more money if I want to pay $100 in rent and 25 in gas and 24 on my phone bill and 68 on the internet, 200 for fun money and $100 for clothing. I'm over budget. So I need to make some changes. So part of home ownership is getting our money right. We want to get our money right. We do it through our savings and spending plan. How much do you think you're going to pay for your mortgage? Put it in there. Let's see if your actual income can support your lifestyle with the number that you think that you can make. See, this the big part. Your car and put in your vehicle payment information, all of this. And when I send it to you, you can make changes. This one says stuff like emergency 401k, IRAs, sports, outdoors, recreation. You may want to change it to say, I ain't got no student loans, but I got 4 personal loans. Put them on there, credit cards, taxes, whatever it is that you have to pay, fill that in so that parts, for me, we're going back and redoing my debt to income so we can increase my what is it called? So we can increase how much I qualify for in home ownership. So, really quickly today, generational wealth comes from tried and true method, which is real estate, home ownership. It just works. And part of preparing for home ownership is managing your money through a savings and spending plan or budget, if you must say the ugly B word. I'll talk to you more next week about continuing my journey, and we'll talk more about this whole home ownership. If you have questions, need assistance, want this template, or need help completing this template, feel free to reach out to us. You can call us at 256-333-0353. You can visit us online at www.consumersunlimited.com. You can inbox us on Facebook or Instagram. And if you have questions with this or need assistance with your credit, we're here to help. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.